Hello everybody, it's Wendy, and today we're going to make a necklace, earrings, and a bracelet. I know that sounds like a lot, but these are going to be very minimalist and simple. So we're going to be making these. We're going to be using these beautiful labradorite chips that came in Sam's bead box a couple of months ago. And I've been wanting to use them for a while now, and so today's the day for these labradorite chips. But first of all, our encouraging word for today is find joy in the journey. So this card today kind of is speaking especially to me because I don't know about you guys, but I've found that this past year has been really kind of difficult as far as, I know with COVID it's been difficult for everybody, but I'm finding a really hard time enjoying the things that I used to enjoy, finding joy in doing the things that have always brought me joy. And I've just been stressed out, I think. And so I've tried to take on too much. So in 2022, I've decided I'm going to streamline things back down. I've tried to take on several small companies' bead boxes and unbox them. That hasn't turned out well. I had one company tell me that they felt like I'd lost enthusiasm for their box, which I don't really understand because I actually put out 9 videos for them in 3 months. So that to me is a lot, considering everything else I'm doing. So anyway, I think I'm just going to streamline back down, get back to basics and what I enjoy doing. So I'll still be unboxing for Jesse James Beads, Bargain Bead Box, Curated Bead Box, and Sam's Bead Box. But that's it. I'm going to streamline down to just those and doing videos for just those companies. So yeah, I don't know. The journey has kind of gotten stressful, and I don't like that. I want to find joy in what I do and not feel like that I am, I don't know, beholden to somebody or trying to please them when, you know, it's just not necessary. So anyway, find joy in your journey. Evaluate yourself. Are you having trouble, you know, enjoying the things that you used to enjoy? You know, maybe you need to streamline back a little bit, cut some things out. So that's what I'm going to do this year. I think 2022, I'm going to kind of get back to the things that I enjoy doing and, focus on my website a little bit more and on the 4 boxes that I feel like have been very faithful to me, and I want to be faithful to them. So today we're going to work with Sam's. Sam has a monthly bead box. It's a subscription box, and it's amazing. He offers mostly check glass, well, pretty much all check glass and gemstone. And so I will link everything for Sam's box in the description box below this video, as well as his Facebook group. But he sent these beautiful labradorite, they're not chips, they're little rondelles, actually. They're kind of, or heishi bead shapes. I don't know, but they're very, very beautiful. They have a lot of flash in them, and they are tiny. I've had trouble finding something that they would go on. So they're going to go on Tiger Tail, I'm pretty sure. So I'm going to make something very minimalist with them. I just want to kind of showcase them. They're so pretty. So we're going to be using those, and we're going to be using some little rhinestone rondelles. Again, not very many. I have 4 4mm ones and 5 6mm ones, and that's what we're going to be using. We're going to spread them between the bracelet, necklace, and earrings. I have a couple lengths of this Coriana chain. This is available on my website if you're interested in it, and I have cut them into about 7-inch, I think they're, yeah, right around 7-inch lengths. Again, I want this necklace to be very minimal and just showcase these labradorite chips. So we're going to keep all of this small and, you know, not a lot going on. So I have 2 pieces of tiger tail here. I have one for the bracelet, which is longer. This is a 19 strand. They're both 19 strand. And this one for the necklace that we're just going to use a little section of it. Okay. I have 4 crimp beads. I've got 2 for the necklace. Actually, I'm going to need more, and I thought I had more. What did I do with them? Oh, there they are. There's 6. Okay. I knew I had a couple more. So these are like 1mm, maybe 2. These are probably 2mm. 2mm crimp beads. They don't have to be your good quality crimp beads really, because we're just going to be putting clamshell connectors on with them. So they're basically just a stopper for your clamshell connector. They're not going to be like crimping your tiger tail into the two little channels, okay? So you can use your junky crimp beads for this, and you're going to need some clamshell connectors. Now the reason these are in this crappy looking container is because I have coated them with this Eternal Jewelry coating. I am now coating all of my metals with this, except for bronze. I don't really do bronze or antique gold or anything. All my silvers and rose golds I'm doing in this. It's a coating, and it's supposed to keep them from tarnishing or greatly reduce tarnish, okay? So I'm tired of my own jewelry tarnishing, and apparently North Carolina is a very humid place to live, because humidity is what causes metals to tarnish, and I've been having a big issue with it. So I have a toggle clasp for the bracelet here and a toggle clasp for the necklace, and I've coated them both in this. I got this on Amazon. It's like $14.99, and it's only 0.5 ounces, but I mean, it goes a long way. I've coated a lot with this, and I still have the whole bottle left. So I'm using this toggle for the bracelet, this toggle for the necklace, these two ball post earring findings, and then I have 4 clamshell connectors for the necklace and 2 for the bracelet, okay? You'll need some jump rings, and I've just got some random silver jump rings here. This is my jump ring container. Check it out. Isn't it a mess? But that's what I use. They just all go in there together. So I'm going to be using some jump rings, and of course your jewelry tools, and I really think that that's everything, okay? So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to start with the necklace. All right, so I'm going to get this bracelet stuff out of the way. And we're just going to work with the necklace first. And I'm going to use, I don't know if I want to, I probably am going to use 3 of those. Okay, so very simple. All we're going to do, I'm going to take my cutters, what I do with my jewelry tools. Let me get this ruler out of the way. Okay, I'm going to trim this off because it's kind of fraying there on the end, this tiger tail. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to finish this. Now, like I said, all this crimp bead is going to do is hold this clamshell connector on. So I'm just going to take it, well, I am going to put the clamshell connector on first, and then the crimp bead. Okay, I am going to mash this crimp bead down. And you don't have to fold your tiger tail, you don't have to do anything. You're just basically going to take this and squash it. Okay, squash it good, make sure it's secure, and then just close up your clamshell cover. That's it. That's all we're going to do with that. Okay, there it is. Now we're going to string on what we want to use in these rondelles. Now I am not going to do a bunch, okay? It's like I said, it's going to be very minimal. I'm just going to put these on. I'm going to do 2 of them. Yeah, their holes are so tiny, they are really not even wanting to go on the tiger tail. 2 of them, a rhinestone rondelle spacer. 2 more. I'm trying to kind of pick up the ones with a lot of flash in them. They all are really pretty, but I'm just kind of trying to pick out the ones that look like they're shining and begging me to pick them up. And that one doesn't want to go through. Their holes are so tiny. I really had trouble. I tried to put them on the Coriana chain, and that didn't work. So I thought, well, surely tiger tail will work, but it's pushing it. It's working if you find big enough ones, but man, that one's not going to work. Let's see. Let me try this guy. Well, let me try this guy. Like I said, I'm trying to pick out the ones that are sparkling at me. Man, let me trim it again. If it gets the slightest bit frayed, they don't want to go on there. There we go. Okay, so I'm going to do 3. And then a rhinestone rondelle. Okay, so this is what we've got. I'm going to do 3 more. 1, 2, Let's find a flashy one if I can. This one looks good. 3 more. Rhinestone rondelle, and then 2 more. And that's literally all I'm going to do for this, okay? So, like I said, it's going to be very minimal. I don't know if that guy will go in there or not. Yeah, he will. Okay? That's it. Just this tiny little bar across the middle. And then I'm just going to finish it with another clamshell connector. So let's put this guy on. Put a crimp bead on. Slide all the way down. I'm going to trim this off. Okay. I'm going to squish that little crimp bead down. And trim this just a little bit more and then close out my clamshell connector. There we go. And that's what we've got. And it's just this little tiny, very minimal centerpiece, okay? But I think it's showcasing these labradorite chips, and that's what I wanted. So I'm going to make sure this is closed up. Now all we're going to do is connect this on either side. Now I wanted this to be very, like I said, minimal and short. So I don't want this hanging very long. So I'm going to have to measure this on myself, but I'm pretty sure that it's going to work out. By the time I get these other clamshell connectors and everything on, it's going to be just about where I need it. So let me put this one on. So it'll probably end up being, by the time I get my clamshell connectors on and get my toggle on, it's going to end up being about, hopefully 16, 17 inches. And I realized I'm going to need 2 more clamshell connectors. Okay, so I'm just doing the same thing here that I did on the other side. Just putting it right on like that. Making sure it's closed up. Same thing here. Okay, and we're just going to take 2 very small jump rings, which I am going to find a couple of really tiny ones. Like I said, they're all mixed in here together, which I really should go through this one day and and separate them all, but I don't know when that day is ever going to be because I just don't have time for that. But right now they're all just kind of mixed in here together, and it's not a big deal to find them. So there we have 2. And I'm just going to hook them together right here. Hook these pieces together. Somebody always asks, so I'm just going to say my tools are Xuron brand, Xuron. And I had some on my website. I think I have the short nose pliers on my website, which are these right here. These little short nose pliers. They're on my website right now, but that's all I've got on there, I think. But I like them really well. They're some of my favorite tools. And I always get, somebody always asks, so I just figure I'll say it. Xuron brand. They're great. They're great pliers. The only complaint I have is I wish they made each thing with a different colored handle, because I've had to like label them or try to label them, and it's kind of hard to. Okay, so there's what we have. Like I said, very minimal. We're going to take our 2 crimp beads and we're going to put this. Now let me make sure this is going to fit me. It is, but it's going to fit a little more like a choker, I think, than I wanted, but that's okay. I think I'm going to like it, actually. By the time I get this on, it's going to be just a little bit longer, and I think we'll be good. I may put a couple jump rings on there. So I'm just going to take, again, my clamshell, put this right through here, and put my crimp on. Just like this. Same with this one. So Sam's bead box, I actually made another video that I haven't uploaded yet, using these beautiful matte gold hematite chips that he sells. In fact, I have a few of them laying right here I can show you. And I loved these so much. There they are. Aren't they beautiful? Oh my goodness. And I loved these so much that I got on his Facebook and bought there. He had some more of the gold and I think only like one strand of the silver. And I was like, oh, I need those. So I got on there and bought those. They're beautiful. Okay, so here we have, I'm ready to put my toggle on, and I am going to add just a couple of jump rings. Here's a few. And that way, I don't know, it'll just give it a little bit. I think it needs a little bit more length. I've got it really, really short, which is kind of what I want, but yet I don't need it to be so short that it's going to choke me. I don't really like choker style. I'm weird that way. I don't like turtlenecks. I just like to feel like I can breathe. I don't like to feel like there's anything around my neck up there. All right, so there's the one side of our toggle. Here is the other. Come on. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, I think I'm just going to have to focus more this year on not spreading myself so thin. There we go. All right, so there it is. We've got our little toggle, and I think this is going to work. Let me hold it up to me and make sure that it's not going to be too chokery. No, it's not. It's perfect. Okay, so I'll put it on a form here when we're done, but let's go ahead and work with the bracelet now. So here I have my tiger tail, and I'm going to do the same thing that I did there. I need to grab out a couple more crimp beads. I didn't count right, apparently, when I was getting this ready. There we go. We just need 2. And 2 clamshell connectors. I've got these in this thing. I'm just going to dump them out, find a couple. Here's 1 and 2. Okay. I like to have things out where I can see them. This came from the Dollar Tree. I buy a lot of my stuff that I display stuff from from the Dollar Tree. Okay, so I'm going to trim this off just a little bit because it's, there we go, a little frayed. And I'm just going to go ahead and finish this end of it. So I always want to put that crimp bead on first, but you don't. You put your clamshell connector on first, and then your crimp bead. And again, you're just smashing this down. You don't even have to use crimping pliers. All it's doing is securing that the clamshell will stay on the end here and not come off. You can even put a dab of glue in there if it makes you feel more secure. But I think I'm good with it. Whoops, I just smashed him, didn't I? There we go. Get back over there. If you do that and it gets crooked, just straighten it back up. It will straighten back up. Okay. Now we're going to just we're going to load on our labradorite. And I'm going to use these, but just in the very middle. Now, I have a very short wrist, or thin wrist, tiny wrist, however you want to say it. And I like my bracelets to fit pretty secure. I don't like them flopping around a whole lot. So I'm just going to put on a few of these little labradorite chips. These are so pretty. When you catch them in the light and they do that flash thing, it just makes me so happy. They're beautiful. Okay, and we just need to load on several because I'm going to put these little rhinestone rondelles close to the middle, or right at the middle if I can get them there. So I'm just putting on a bunch of chips. Or I guess these aren't really chips. They're like little flat nuggets, almost like Heishi beads, or little flat rondelles, discs. I don't know, but I love them. They're so pretty. All right. And our earrings are going to be very minimal as well. I just thought that this labradorite was so pretty. I didn't want to do a whole lot to take the attention off of it. I really wanted to make it the focus of this little set. And I'll probably wear this one because I wear a lot of black and gray. Actually, I have on gray right now. So, and black leggings. So, I don't branch out much with color. Okay, at least not in my own. Alright, so this, yeah, I'm going to do the middle. So I'm going to put this rhinestone rondelle on. A Heishi bead, or a labradorite bead. I'm going to do 3, I think. 3 labradorites, and then the other rhinestone rondelle. Whoops, come on, go on there. Either I can't find the hole, or it doesn't want to go on the hole. One or the other. There it is. Okay. And then this other little rhinestone rondelle. And then I need to load up this other side, but let me measure. Let me just make sure, because I don't want to get it too long. So we've got about 3.5 inches. Yeah, I'm going to take a few off. I'm going to take 3 off here of that end. I just don't want to make it too long, and I know I'm so bad to do that. I'm so bad to make my bracelets and then they're floppy on me, and I don't like that. So I just took 3 off. You just have to measure it according to your own wrist or whoever you're making it for. It's different with everybody. Okay, that's better though. Alright, now I'm going to load up this other end. I don't know how many of these I have on. They're irregular in size, so really counting them isn't going to be the best thing. You either need to measure or just eyeball it. And I've got about right at, yeah, just right before 2.5 inches. So I'll do 2 right, I'll try to do that same exact amount over here on the other side. I just looked at the camera. I just had the sudden thought that maybe I hadn't hit the record button, which would be really bad, but I don't know why. I just had this sudden thought of, oh no, did I hit record? I did. I've never done that before, like thought I was recording and didn't. Now I've had my camera quit on me a couple times when I thought it was still recording and wasn't, but I've never had it just like, you know, where I thought I was recording and just actually wasn't. So I don't want that to happen. Okay, so we're getting there, and see how minimal this is. It's just very, very simple. I like it. I'm kind of getting more into that lately. In life and jewelry, apparently. I'm ready just to go a little more minimal. Okay, so see, we're right about there. Let me make sure that this is the same. I need to do just maybe 2 more. This is a fairly good sized toggle too, so it's going to take up a little bit of space. Okay, so what do we have here? Whole thing about 5.5. So yeah, by the time I get this toggle on, it's probably going to be right about perfect. Okay, so I'm just going to do the same thing on this side with my clamshell. I'm going to take my clamshell connector, put it on, put my crimp bead on. Okay, I'm going to try to mash this down before I trim that off so I don't lose all my beads, because that is one thing that I've done a lot. Okay, mash it down. Make sure it's secure on there, and then we'll trim this up. Okay, and then just close your clamshell. Okay, and there we have. Now that I know looks really tiny. It is really tiny. But I think by the time I get this on, especially, I may add a couple jump rings like I did on the other one, or on the necklace. But yeah, I think it's going to be plenty long enough. So I'm going to take 2 jump rings, and I'm going to add on this toggle ring. I love these toggles. I actually got these in a D-stash. I bought somebody's D-stash, and it had these in there, but I thought they were so pretty with their little rhinestones. Okay, we're just going to put this one right on here. Okay, and then our ring over here. Same thing. Called this the ring. This is the bar. The ring's on the other end. There we go. Now I'm going to measure and see that it fits me. If it does, we're good. It does, yeah. It fits pretty perfect right there. And I can actually put this on myself because it's a toggle. I usually use lobsters and I never can get them on unless Chris is here, so it's kind of nice to use a toggle for a change. Guess I need to do more of those. Oh yeah. And see, very minimal, just dainty and pretty, and it's going to look really pretty with that necklace. Alright, now we're going to do a pair of earrings. And these are very simple as well. Oh my goodness. I just pulled that toggle bar off. I'll fix that in a minute. Okay. These are very simple as well, and I'm using the smaller little rings for that, and you are going to need a couple of head pins for this, and I think I'm going to use ball head pins because they're thin and easy to wrap, and I'm hoping that these little labradorite chips will fit on there if I use thin ball head pins. There we go. Very thin ball head pins. Alright. And again, very, very simple. All I'm going to do is pick up 2 of the chips. Actually, I'm going to do 1 chip. Then the little rondelle. 3 chips. Rondelle, and 1 chip. That's literally all I'm going to do for these earrings. Very, 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 very simple. And then I'm going to make a wrapped loop. So to do a wrapped loop, you bend 90 degrees. And where are my round nose pliers? You take your round nose pliers and you want to go up and over and around. Just like that. Make your little loop. And then you just take your pliers and you wrap it. Oops. It's better if you don't try to hold this with your round nose pliers, which is exactly what I'm doing. But I'm just going to wrap around a few times here. Just like that. And then I'm going to trim it. Okay. And then to put it on the ball head pin, I'm just going to take a small jump ring. And I'm just going to attach this right on. And there you're going to have a very minimal pair of earrings to go with your very minimal necklace and bracelet. Very simple. Just showcasing that labradorite. And a little extra sparkle with the rondelles, but still very simple. So same with the other one. Labradorite. Little sparkly rhinestone rondelle, 3 labradorite, 1, 2, and 3, sparkly rondelle, and 1 more labradorite. Okay, wrapped loop. And you can just about wrap this with your fingers if you want to. These little ball head pins are so thin that they just wrap right up. You can do that. You don't have to use your pliers. Okay, cut him off. And put him right on here. And we're done. A necklace, bracelet, and earrings all in 30 minutes. Well, a little less because I talked some at the beginning. So let me get this guy together here with this jump ring, and then I will put them all over here in my light box on the form, and we'll take a look at them all together. Be right back. Okay guys, so here it is, our necklace, bracelet, and earrings, and it's very, very minimal, just simple. I really like it. I know it may not be everybody's style because it's very minimal and simple, but I don't know, sometimes it's nice to get out of the big bling flashy all the time, you know. And I know my camera's not picking this up very good, I'm sorry. That light box is kind of hard on the video part of it, but anyway, there it is. I think it turned out great. And if you guys are interested in Sam's bead box, I will put all the information in the description box below, as well as the current month unboxing. I'll put a link to that and you can check him out. I do have a coupon code. It is Wendy ! That would give you $5 off of your first month's box, which is a really great deal. I will also link his Facebook group so you can check that out as well. Alright, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, please subscribe and give it a thumbs up. That really does help me out a lot. I noticed that a lot of the people that are watching my videos aren't subscribed, so please, please subscribe to the channel and ring the little bell so it will notify you when I upload new videos. I don't know what my camera's doing now. It's kind of acting crazy. Okay, there we go. But anyway, guys, I hope you have a great day, and I will see you in the next video. Bye.